Hi everyone, my name is Irina Samarkina, and today I'm going to present my genre-based curriculum design focused on descriptive report. This project is based on a reading to learn approach. The reading to learn approach provides flexible strategies that support students at different proficiency levels. I find it especially effective for beginner to intermediate adult ESOL learners. What I really like about this approach is that it helps students become more active and purposeful readers. It also reduces their fear of making mistakes because every step is very structured and guided. Another important benefit is that it improves both reading and writing skills by breaking texts into smaller, manageable parts. The reading to learn approach is organized into 5 main stages. First, preparing for reading, where students are introduced to the overall meaning of the text. Second, detailed reading, which focuses on analyzing sentences step by step. Third step is note-taking, where students identify keywords and ideas. Fourth, joint construction stage, where the class works together to reconstruct the text. And finally, independent paraphrasing or rewriting, where students create their own version using their own words. This text, The American Alligator, belongs to the genre of a descriptive report based on Rose's classification of genres. Its purpose is to classify and describe specific species, in this case, the American alligator. The text is organized into 2 main stages, classification and description. The description stage is further divided into phases which talk about physical features, diet and hunting, and ecological significance of the alligators. This slide is the visual language analysis, where it shows the analysis of the text, and I analyzed the language features of this text. We can see the consistent use of the simple present tense, which is typical in descriptive reports, and mainly material and relational processes, which again is typical in descriptive reports, since it conveys general scientific facts and enduring knowledge. There are also strong noun phrases, which I marked with gray color, that provide detailed descriptions. We can also find simple connectors like and so that help with the flow of ideas. For morphology, I analyzed different types of morphemes. For example, compound words include cold-blooded, highlighted in blue, keystone, southeast, and freshwater. Inflectional morphemes marked with hot pink appear in endings like s and es, as in marshes, leaves, alligators, burrows, pounds, and you can see there are a lot of those inflectional morphemes here in the text. The text also includes several derivational morphemes, such as coast plus al, coastal, power plus full, powerful, warm plus th, warmth, and these morphemes change part of speech of a word. Overall, the language is descriptive, factual, and typical for this type of informational text. Now we're going to talk about emerging to advanced literacy stages, and stage 1 is preparing to read, or preparing for reading stage. At this stage, the teacher helps students understand the text before they even start reading. The goal is to build confidence and make sure students can follow the text without feeling lost. First, the teacher activates prior knowledge, for example, asking students about their experiences with alligators, especially since we're in Florida, or showing pictures or video. Then the teacher explains the content and structure of the text in simple terms, including the genre and its purpose. Finally, the teacher reads the text aloud, guiding students through its structure. If you look at the chart here, you will see the text divided into stages and phases, the sections of the text, and what a teacher might say to prepare students before reading the section. And you can see it located in the right of the chart. Detailed reading stage. In this stage, the teacher guides students to interact closely with the text. Students focus on one sentence at a time, identifying keywords and learning how meaning is built. The teacher supports them by asking guiding questions, helping them locate important words, and reinforcing their answers. The process helps students feel successful and confident while reading. If needed, a teacher can elaborate on the sentence, and I included the elaboration suggestions at the end of each sentence, as you can see. I included another sentence example on this slide. Note that not all sentences are included in this presentation. After detailed reading, students move on to note-taking stage. They work together to recall and write keywords from the text without looking at it. Students take turns writing a keyword on the board, and classmates help each other with the word chains. This step reinforces memory and understanding, and it prepares them for the next stage where they will use these notes to reconstruct the text. You can see the text on the left side with the keywords highlighted and the keyword chains on the right side. Joint construction or joint rewriting stage. In this stage, students collaboratively reconstruct the text using notes. The teacher guides the process and encourages students to use different vocabulary and sentence structure. Students take turns writing sentences, and the whole class participates. This step is extremely important because it bridges the gap between understanding and producing language. I included stages and phases in the chart on the left. The original text followed by the keyword chains. And on the very right side, I have joint construction sentence examples, and they are paraphrased. And you can see we're using synonyms here and even different sentence structures to rewrite the original text. This slide shows the example of reconstructed text created by the class. As you notice, the ideas are the same, but the wording is different. This shows that students are not just copying, they're actively transforming and using the language. Independent construction stage. In the final stage, students work independently to create their own texts. They apply what they learned about the genre, vocabulary, and sentence structures. They can write about similar topics. They can, further use these stages, these steps to write about similar topics, such as other animals in Florida, or even topics from their own cultures or countries. This is where the real language production happens. And here's my conclusion. Even after more than 20 years of teaching ESOL, I continue to explore new approaches to improve my practice. The reading to learn method stands out as a powerful way to bridge the gap between passive learning, such as reading, listening, and studying grammar and vocabulary, and the ability to actively produce language through writing and sentence construction. What makes this approach different is its focus on creating a safe, supportive learning environment where students collaborate and participate in guided text construction. This combination of structure, interaction, and confidence building may be the missing piece in achieving a more holistic and effective process of mastering English. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention.